Okay,
I shall do a recap.
I started recording.
Oh, hi friends. Hi Christina. Hi Brian. And eventually, hi Jason.
When you listen to this, when I upload all the other ones before this.
Because Jason has started watching.
Prepare your notifications this weekend.
He got to the first Talmar Boner Ping reference / joke.
He got to the Befriender episode.
So he's about to see.
Oh, yes.
That's before Grandpa Professor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just told him to wait for Grandpa Professor.
So, quick recap. Last time on Fallen Returns, you guys made your way into Tower N after giving a whole bunch of NPCs a whole lot of homework to do, and you said you would grade it, and so it needed to be on your desk by Monday morning. So entering Tower N, you guys got in touch with Lady Hexblade again, went, so what's this about a Connor impersonator? And we're told that he was literally someone who looked like Connor, bless you dear, who was in Gates End, and was heading up towards Black Mall Keep, which you all went, no? And rode in, and the first guards you came across looked at Connor like, oh shit, we fucked up. In which Connor said, yeah, you kind of fucking did. And they proceeded to go, oh, we're out of jobs now, aren't we? You all rode into Black Mall and went into the keep, in which everyone, there was even a record scratch, which is hilarious since there are no records. And everyone just looked at you all like, oh, the fuck is going on here? This is so weird, right? In which case you're like, oh man, you got a bad feeling about this. You were told that Isolde and Tyr were talking to Connor in the war room. So you guys went in there with Connor kicking down the door in true Talrenian fashion. To which you all managed to see an exact duplicate of Connor standing across the table from you with added Black Mall. Everyone did a fucking double take, and then wondering if they were twins, and if so, who's the evil one?
One's the goatee.
But after some swift moves, including Talmar taking this duplicate and slamming his head on the table, and then playing bad cop, you guys managed to dispel the illusion and found that there was a raggedy-looking man who you would eventually find out is named Rat. And all he did was really laugh, which was really disconcerting. Afterwards, he checked his pockets, found out that he was trying to take a cyanide pill in potion form, and you guys proceeded to empty out the keep just in case, because he had mentioned it doesn't matter, it's done. Rael, with the clutch use of suggestion, managed to charm him into giving out information, in which he essentially said, listen, there was this guy, he called himself the Chancellor, he paid me to look like Connor and come up here, while he head off to the west. In which case it slowly dawned on each and every one of you that what he was doing was being a distraction. That realization dawning on you all went, fuck, and he cackled, and through a process of elimination, you decided that Bavone was where the Chancellor was going to be hitting, and we're going to make haste that way. You sent Rat into the deepest parts of the dungeon as suggestion wore off, him screaming in pure rage. But you guys didn't give a shit. And then Connor's like, you guys go ahead, I got something I need to do. So returning to his home village and up into the mountains, Connor once again reconnected with the Frost Giants there, and through the power of persuasion and a little bit of intimidation, because holy fuck, they're so scared of you people, managed to convince the Frost Giants that this is their world too, and it is worth fighting for. In which they said, alright, cool, and sent a scout, who Connor noticed that everyone else was calling Runt, because he was the smallest of the Frost Giants, and totally wasn't trying to hide behind a tree. Totally not. In which case they set out to catch up with the group, and that is where we're at. Is you guys making your way to Bavone, trying to figure out exactly what the Chancellor is doing here, what his aim is, whether he's seeking to destabilize Talren, or perhaps something a little bit more nefarious. You guys are about half a day out from the mountain city that is the capital of Talren when, Professor, you hear a familiar soft voice in
Hello?
and you instantly recognize it as Bellantine. Professor,
Yes.
I think I may have a lead on Siral.
Oh. Please.
I've managed to narrow him down to the Empire, but he is proving a little bit more elusive, but I should have him shortly. I do not know if you wish me to communicate what I learn over this sort of communication, or whether you would prefer to come meet me at the Obsidian Edge.
We may come to meet you. Let me confer with everyone else. Once I remember what we're doing, I will be in contact.
Of course. And you feel the tinglies on the back of your neck that was letting you know that she was talking to you fade.
Good news, everyone.
It's not an ordinary gas cloud.
It's a suppository. Good news. Bellantine might have found Siral. It appears he might be somewhere in the Empire. She's working on getting the finer points of his location. Right, did we deal with that whole double problem? I was sort of...
Oh, the start of the double problem. We didn't fix it entirely.
Oh, good. We're on our way then, I take it.
We have to make sure that Eowyn is safe, and that whatever they plan for in Bavone doesn't happen. It's not too long ago that we learned that they're trying to take young people with magical talent. I'm worried that that's what he's trying to do to gain favor back with Demoriel.
Possibly. Alright, he must be found. The rest of his plot...
Once we take care of the Chancellor,
Yes.
then we go for Siral.
Yes, of course.
I asked the professor for a sheet of telescription.
I give it freely.
I write it to Captain Llewellyn because I'm pretty certain. I think we talked about it last time, but I think we sent him to look for the Chancellor in Char.
Nope, other way around.
I have it written down that we may send Llewellyn to look for the Chancellor, but I didn't write down what I actually said, like what I actually did. Just in case, I write him right now a telescription sheet to look for Siral, former Ward Master of the Arcana, last known in Empire. More information coming, and send it to Captain Llewellyn.
You send it off. About 15 minutes later, you get a reply of confirm. Still in the Empire. Keep an eye out. Let us know when you have more information. And it's the hasty script of Captain Llewellyn, and it's just signed Llewellyn at the end.
That guy is such a fucking badass.
One day we'll be as cool as him.
What are you talking
At
about?
least some of us.
Shall we?
Yes.
You shall.
Let's wait.
I think we better
Quite.
What?
So you all manage to enter the mountain city of Bavone, this ancient seat of power for the Telrenians was carved through the ages out of the mountain itself, with the peak serving as the castle. It is absolutely gorgeous. The air here is bracing. You pull your collars up towards yourself from the bitter wind that seems to seep into any kind of bit of skin it can get a hold of. And you go through the massive front gates, and you are greeted with the sounds of city life. There are people hawking their wares, there are the sound of horses, of livestock being brought in and out, the creak of wooden carts against the cobblestone, heading up the switchback roads leading further and further up, the circles of the districts going from every day towards where the nobility are, right at the foot of the castle that towers above all, is shadow casting down. The long arm of the royal seat, very much a physical presence. The air is cold enough where you're not getting too much other than the fresh, crisp scent of the wind. Occasionally, every now and then, you get the smell of meat and other wonderful things of city life as people empty their chamber pots onto the street below. You all make your way up towards the castle. You all keeping an eye out, looking for anything out of the ordinary. You don't see too much. It seems people here are going about life as they always do, as either the threat of demons, the threat of war doesn't seem to be phasing them, or, maybe just chalking up to the Telrenian people who always seem to be ready at the drop of a hat.
Has Connor caught up to us by now, or did we get there before him?
I figured he's probably caught up by now, because he's moving pretty fast, especially with the Frost Giant.
Sweet.
Oh, I'm
Did you ride on Run's shoulder?
No, he kept pace with me.
Sure.
Little man, so fast!
It's totally just Aragorn and Gimli running.
Oh my god.
So you all are once again together. Are you leaving Rent outside the city gates?
No.
You're bringing him with you.
Show of force.
You get people staring. They first stare at you all. Most of them know who you are. You are the Dawn's Graces, after all, and not only that, that's the King of Telren with you. So, but then their immediate gaze is to the Frost Giant. There's a little bit of panic in the streets. Mothers grabbing their children before pulling them in. The children going, "Oh my God, it's so cool! It's a Frost Giant! Mom, I want to see Mom." But you guys, you got at this point, in between the renown that you all have, the renown that is King Connor Blackmaul, and the fact you got a fucking Frost Giant in your party, everyone's giving you a wide berth. Clear the way. No, literally, you're gonna want to clear the way. Just, no, seriously, get the fuck out.
I would not want to be underfoot.
I say, well, if he's here, he certainly knows we're here now. As we cut a large swath through the crowds.
I mean, when was the last time we could go to a city and be not conspicuous?
I mean, we never tried. If we had tried, maybe. I don't know if it's better or worse that we were so...
I'm just pointing at Corin.
No.
Yeah.
And I had an easy time finding you get Lot and Ducasis anyway, so...
We weren't hiding there, we were on vacation.
So you guys slowly through the switchback roads manage to get to the top, especially once everyone starts getting the fuck out of your way. It really makes traveling so much easier in cities, just having a frost giant with you, it's amazing how many people just start to treat you with the amount of respect of, no, please. After you. You all managed to get to the outer gates of the castle itself, wrought in iron. You can see that it was forged through 1,000 different swords of all the defeated enemies of Talren that have been beaded together to form this sort of barrier. They creak open. Thank you for getting my pun. So it opens up, the guards kind of waving you in, though they kind of eye the frost giant, like, and then they look at you, Connor, and they're like, never mind, King's bringing him and he's cool with us.
I give him a gold each and wink.
They wink back, though one of them doesn't seem to know how to wink, so he just blinks.
I
try
want
that.
to smack him in his hands like, we don't take gratuity.
No.
Gratuities included.
You all go through the gates to the front courtyard, and then up to where you see the tall, heavy wooden doors. The topmost portion is fairly decorated, but below a certain point you notice that there's absolutely no decoration at all. Instead, what you see is a bunch of heavy wooden bars reinforcing the door at that point. It seems to be the Telranian fashion with doors. The top is fairly pretty, the bottom is completely utilitarian.
Anti-kick.
I'll show you anti-kick.
As soon as you guys draw near, guards go and push the door open for you all. Once again, you're still receiving the rushing. But you all enter through the front doors of the castle and enter in. At this point, servants seem to be scattering as you hear them saying that Connor has returned. Quickly, get the castle back in order, you fucks.
No. Why do we come here? Why would we be receipts?
At this point, you all hear, after a minute or two of walking in, you hear footfall. Hasty footfall. And you are greeted with the sight of Tyrannus Battleforge, who seems to have lost a considerable amount of weight since you last saw him. His cheeks are a bit gaunt. There's almost this sort of shrunkenness to him, like he has lost a little bit. Remembering his illness, he seems to be fairly healthy looking other than that, but you can definitely see the mark of someone who was deathly ill. And behind him, you see the rather formidable cut figure of Lady Hexblade, one sleeve of her robes just fluttering as she is missing that arm, but you watch as her mouth just sort of twists in this beautiful smile that just makes her face glow, and even Tyrannus cracks a smile as they're extremely happy to see you all back here. And Tyrannus just opens his arms wide of, welcome back, Dawn's Grace. It's good to see you again.
I will embrace Tyrannus with a huge hug and then pull him back at arm's length and be like, "You've gotten fat, old man."
he passes her. He's like, "I know. Oh, the cook's threatened to cut me off." At this point, you watch as Tess just hurries over to you, Corin.
I give her a big hug, and I also kiss her. And then I whisper, "It might be wise to greet your king first before you greet me."
She looks at Connor and arches an eyebrow.
He just kind of looks at you and just waves a hand and just starts walking away.
And she just bows her head to the rest of you. It's very good to see you all again. I wish it was under better circumstances.
Where's Eowyn?
Safe in her room. I've made sure of it. We've ordered the castle to be searched top to bottom. No corner. Servants are being interviewed by those we trust.
I'm sorry, but can you take me there, please?
Of course. Follow me. She beckons you.
I'll be back with her, you guys.
Go ahead.
So you head off with Tess. And
Crunching. I hear crunching!
that's because Kyle isn't muted.
Derp, I forgot to mute.
Well, I saw Dustin, losing his mind over there.
GG. The rest of you are there with Tyrannus as he starts to rub the back of his neck. We've been trying to find if this Chancellor has been hiding anywhere. Slimy rat. What news do you all bring?
First, let me introduce myself. Alexandrine Eliza Leon Darcy of Ducasis. Pleasure to meet you.
Alright, nice to meet you too, Les. Sorry I'm not one for diplomacy.
No worries.
If you
I'll
look
leave
up,
that to my aunt.
if you look up battle axe in the dictionary, it's this guy's.
That sounds about right. Just call me Alex.
Amazing.
Also, Connor's picture. Also, and I list off all the people we know that are just crazy warrior people.
There's so many of them. At this point, he gives a belly laugh and goes, "Well, welcome to Towerin. Again, I wish this were better circumstances as well. I mean, it's been quiet enough, which I think is slightly terrifying in the grand scheme of things. Nothing should be this terrifyingly quiet. It's not right, not here. But after receiving the letter to make sure that no one had been unduly taken care of, some of the clan heads have been heading here. They sense something is amiss. Not only that, but they're gearing up to want to take the fight to the demons."
Arendir is going to run his hand through his hair and just be like, so maybe I'm being paranoid, but if the whole plan was to pull all of us to Blackmaul, is also the plan to get all of the clan heads here? And I look over my shoulder.
Oh, well, see, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Some of them are already here.
Okay, well,
I mean, Lady Emberfall has been here, well, since she settled up her lands. She's become the de facto clan leader, taking over where her husband was. She wants to undo the harm that he did, even if it was not quite so willing. And the young Silverlands has been eager to show and prove himself, so he's been hanging around here like clutching, like a small child clutching at his mother's skirts. I don't begrudge him his enthusiasm, but if I step on him one more time, finding him underfoot, I'm going to kill him.
I'm just saying that, I'm being paranoid probably, but...
No, I agree. I mean, these are strange times we live in, and he looks pointedly at the fucking frost giant.
Oh. Connor, that's you.
Connor, I trust you into the ends of this world. You are my king. I just want to know, how?
Also, why?
Is it domesticated?
Not everything in this world, not every living in this world is hell-bent on killing us at this point, and we need to consolidate allies where we can. And the Frost Giants are part of Telren as much as we are, so...
I mean, true enough.
He's not wrong.
He kind of just waves softly at the, kind of just like the high wave, and you watch as Runt looks down at you, Connor, as if trying to go, "Is this okay?" And then kind of goes like the, "Hey neighbor." And Therese jerks his head to where the war room is and goes, "Lady Emberfall has been pulling in and going through all the intelligence she's managed to get, trying to find anything of interest for you all, if you want to go and talk to her."
That might prove lucrative.
Well, right then, I'll also see if we can get some drinks, because I think we're fucking good at this point. And tea for you, Professor.
Thank you.
I can remember things. And he leads you all down towards the war room, and we're going to switch over to Tess leading Corin to just kicking you guys over the war room. Leads you to down these hallways. It seems to be where a bunch of bedrooms are, and she sort of finds one and knocks softly on the door and goes, "Sweetie, you in there?" And you hear a voice, Corin. "Oh, hi, Tess. I'm here. I've just been reading like you told me to."
I just throw the door open.
As you throw the door open, this is a very it is the one you've seen in your scrying. It is very elegant but comfortable. There are so many books everywhere, and you see sort of my first wizard kit sitting and sprawled out on her desk. And there is also a very elegant looking child-sized rapier that seems to be kind of on her bed, and she kind of gets up as if expecting Tess to come in, and she sees you and drops the book and just runs over to you, and she just runs and just throws her arms around you.
I pick her up and hold her.
She is heavier than you remembered.
I subtly cast Dispel Magic.
As you really subtly cast Dispel Magic, you feel her sort of just wrap her arms around your neck, and then she is clinging to you for dear life. And you softly hear crying in your ear.
But nothing happens? She doesn't turn into something else?
She doesn't turn to anything else other than your daughter, older than you last saw her.
I might also be paranoid like Aaron Deere.
And she kind of just... You hear her crying. Bro! She's suddenly furrier and heavier and smells like beef jerky.
Oh my god.
No, it is your daughter, and she's crying, and you hear her go and say, "Daddy," over and over again.
I told you I'd come back. I promised you.
I thought you were busy with everybody else. Just going and fighting the demons. That's what Tess said.
We were, but we needed to shore up some things with Tyrannus and the whole of Talren and gain some new allies. And I wanted to see you.
She is smiling despite the tears and sort of just starts to hold on to you and just like trying to squeeze all the life out of you. And you watch as Tess kind of reaches into a pocket, pulls out a handkerchief, and starts slowly drying her Aelin's tears away.
How would you like to see everyone else?
They're here too?
Yes, we're all here.
Okay. It'd be really nice to see Uncle Arendir and Uncle Connor and Uncle Talmar and And the professor?
You can call him Grandpa, just don't do it in front of him.
I didn't want to assume. I missed you. I missed you so much, Dad.
I miss you too, dear. Seeing you makes me feel a lot lighter.
She grins, and as you put her down, you realize she's an inch taller.
Sweet Jesus, whoever that is.
She grins, and she goes, can we go?
Yeah, that's, I'm assuming they went to the war room, right, Tess? That's where Tyrannus would have taken them.
She nods.
Then let's go.
She grins as she takes your hand, and with her other hand grabs onto Tess.
I am walking with my mace, with my hand on my mace. Casual, but also paranoid.
That is the theme for today. You eventually get to the war room. You guys, the rest of you get there first. You see the war room. The war table is covered in papers and maps and paperweights. And you see the Lady Emberfall, her hair a little bit more gray than it was before, pulled back, her fingers just coated with ink. And there's even like a couple ink smudges on her face from absentmindedly just like touching her face after writing missives. And you see the hunched over, wizened form of pure receipts. I mean, you see Cedric as he's hovering over Lady Emberfall, nattering away in her ear until she catches you all there, and she gives a very tired smile. At this point, Cedric looks up, and you watch as his eyes narrow into tiny little slits. And you watch as his hands, knuckles swollen with arthritis, grip his cane. And there's this clack as he hits it against the floor and goes, I see you are returned. Good. There are lots of things to discuss.
Erider just puts his hand up.
People
Tyrannus kind of sidles away from you all,
I'm like,
kind
hey,
of
man,
hugging
find
the wall.
something
A moment or two later, Karin, you managed to come with Tess and Aelin up to the war room. At this point, you can hear Cedric about to wind himself up. Oh, the goings on that have happened. The state of the treasury, for instance, and you all hear. As you turn and see Aelin, a little bit older, standing next to Karin.
Quick, a distraction.
I throw a smoke bomb. No, I bend down and I give Aelin a big hug.
She goes and hugs you all. Professor, she hugs you.
Yeah, show me a bit of magic before a hug. Wizards always greet each other with a little bit of magic.
You watch as she focuses, and in her hand, she produces a strong and steady flame. And then she goes, I learned a new one too. And the flame goes away, and instead she holds her hands out, and in the center you watch this mote of light just spring to life.
Excellent job.
I'm practicing like you told me.
You're doing a very good job. Tess is a remarkable trainer.
Well, I want to do you proud, Professor.
You are doing me immensely proud, little one.
And she gives you a hug, and then goes and looks at Connor, and is unsure of whether to hug Uncle Connor.
Just looking out at her, just like. And I bend down. I'm like, You can. I whisper in here. You can get a hug if you make a scene and get the old man off my back.
And she whispers back, "Oh, I can do that." And she hugs you.
Oh my god, Mike!
Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh my god! She even has a rapier.
And Connor has a burn.
Yes, she does.
It's
Oh my
true.
god! Welcome to the Gate of Thrones.
Oh my god! Circle.
And she goes up to you, Alex, and she goes, "Hi, you must be new. I'm Aelin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you, Alex." And she hugs you anyway.
Give a hug right back.
And she goes, "I've been practicing, and I'm really happy to see you guys. I'm so worried. I know it's lots of stuff's going on out there, but..." And then she goes and she hugs Talmar.
When she hugs me, I'm going to lift her up and throw her onto my shoulder.
And she starts giggling, and she's like, "Uncle Talmar, stop!"
Well, I mean, you gotta be taller than your dad, for a little bit.
What did you say?
I said, you gotta be taller than your dad for at least a little bit.
I've already grown an inch since I last seen you all.
I know you're gonna be taller than me soon.
Oh my god. At this point, you all watch as a blur of blue flies out of the professor's bag and gets on top of Aelin's back as she is over Tamar's shoulder. And she sits on her back, and Mariah goes, "I'm queen of the mountain." And at this point, Cedric is just pinching his nose and going, "Yeah, God's a lie. Oh, I thought I'd be happy to see you all, but never mind, never mind. We'll talk about the receipts and the state of the treasury later."
It's a pleasure.
Why does he
to meet
sound
you,
like
sir.
Palpatine?
Oh god!
Something,
So, Cedric, how stands the
something
nation's finances?
dark side, something complete.
Execute Order 66.
Oh, jeez, he's
His
crying.
order 66 is just to balance the
I love
budget.
you too, Darth Vader.
Oh no, 66 would totally be like, oh no, now I feel bad. That's an image of like Talredian soldiers turning on all their commanders.
Oh, shit.
Roger.
You haven't paid me in months.
At this point, Aelin is wiggling and tapping your back to be put down.
Alright.
You put her down, and Rory curls up on Aelin's shoulder like, "Oh yeah, this is the stuff. I'm just enjoying it." And you watch as Tess sort of ruffles her hair and goes, "If we're going to be discussing things, Aelin, won't you be bored?" Aelin goes, "Nah, it's okay. I can sit in the corner and practice my cantrips."
Mariah, keep Eowyn company. As you're
Okay.
obviously doing a good job right now.
As she's tickling Aelin with her tail. "Aye, Professor, I can do that." As, oh man, I am apparently still fighting the cold enough so I can't differentiate voices. Lovely. They go and take a seat on the far side of the war room as Lady Emberfall sort of tries to straighten out her nest of papers. You all notice that some of the seats are full of wooden crates of what seem to be receipts.
God.
Like
Well,
I'm actually full of like like holding a match, just like
You can make this all go away.
one strike. Gone.
These are just the duplicates.
He's been dealing with Tauranians for centuries. I mean, come on.
God, I think we're gonna have to keep up treasury like this session, so we know how bad this is.
Okay.
I introduced Alex to Lady Emberfall.
She nods.
Pleasure.
Welcome. I'm trying to figure out what's been going on. it's just there's so many differentiating reports, and the demons have been quiet. It's been difficult. I tried tracking down through what happened with my husband. It seemed to be a dead end. But I've been tracking several different movers and shakers. The important players are Lord Valara, and the demon Tenebris. And then there's the Hag. And then there is the Ward Master, who has been seen here and there and everywhere. And then there was what happened in Shah, though that seems to have been resolved for the most part. The new king has been ruling well and justly, and is preparing himself for war. Oh,
So,
yes.
so Shaw's ready for war. We're ready. What's the state of Islanor?
They have all called themselves and have agreed to once again unite as one for the time being. It is always interesting when they become the United City-States of Islanora. It is quite a sight to behold. To be truthful, it has scared some of the more northern of our people. They're not used to seeing them rise up without knowing that they are about to bring the full weight of their power upon them, but so far things have been peaceful, though those who live on the edges of the ancient grove have been noticing an uptick in activity.
In what way?
The trees have been almost moving, talking. There have been sightings of unicorns, spriggans, as well as dryads and whatnot, satyrs, fauns. There's talk of a faun who has been helping those on the road. God, I can't pronounce that. A strange faun, but apparently managed to help out some Telranian merchants from their sort of expedition to the nearest city-state in Islanora.
I think we can count the ancient grove on our side. I kind of looked to Talmar a little bit.
I mean, the unicorn there seemed very helpful.
Pretty chill. As far
I think
as
so.
unicorns go.
And although I don't really know where my dad is. He hasn't really been to me in a while. But he was working for the Greenbrier last I knew.
Oh yeah. Did we not see him when we were at the Greenbrier?
We
You
did not.
guys essentially called in the heads of the Greenbrier Collective, which Talmar's dad is not.
We probably should have thought about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Talmar.
We were kind of in a hurry.
Aye.
Kind of in a hurry every day.
Yes, yes,
True.
Professor. With no time, no time.
Also that the hollow has been cleansed, has been noted.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Oh man, I wonder how that happened.
I wonder what dashing group of adventurers could have done that.
There's no reason to gloat about everything.
Tess snorts.
That was the correct response.
Yes. Precisely.
Listen, we never get to gloat. Once in a while, it would be nice.
Cleansing the hollow has been a dream of my order for centuries.
She,
Well, we did.
Tess pats your arm, Corn. You all did a very, very amazing job, and it is a deed that will be sung about through the ages.
If we win, obviously.
Oh, yes, I am running on the assumption that we are going to win this, Tama. I don't very much care to think of the alternative. At this point, Cornelius, there's a tugging on your arm. And Aelin is looking up at you with Mariah giving you the puppy eyes. And she goes, Dad, we're hungry. And I have to go to the bathroom.
Alright.
Cedric at this point goes, calm young miss, I'll take care of you.
Cedric, maybe take a few guards.
I was about to look to the side for the guards and like motion them to follow.
Alright, come, you giant fucking louse. Actually earn your keep. Rather than sitting there scratching your asses.
Oh,
Yo, I said runt.
You said runt.
Yeah.
Runt.
Oh yeah, Eowyn, this is Runt. Runt, this is my daughter, Eowyn. Make sure nothing happens.
She looks at you and whispers in a terrified voice, "So you have to go?"
It's okay. He's very, very nice as far as giants go.
I fist bump Runt.
We've like known for 5
He
minutes.
kind
It's all
of
good.
fist bumps you back and then looks at his fist and goes, "Ugh."
Is his fist like the size of my body?
He is relatively small for a giant, so it's about maybe like,
Your torso.
yeah.
So it's like that scene in Zootopia when she like fist bumps the water buffalo thing.
Yeah. And he kind of looks down, and he is like, the room has a nice high ceiling, so he's okay there. But you notice in the hallways he is distinctly uncomfortable, and through most of the normal doors he might not exactly fit. But he kind of nods to you, Connor, and Giant says, "I will follow as best I can."
If need be, you rip every fucking door off its hinges and break what you need to. If it comes to it.
I can do that. Break door.
Not unless it needs to. And if that little girl needs help in any way, you will aid them.
I can do that. If little girl needs, I rip door.
I'm setting a terrible precedent.
Oh, this is not how you train your giant.
This is just gonna lead to more receipts.
And Cedric just looks and goes, No, this is, no, we're not dealing with, first the mercenaries, and now we have a fucking giant in here who's going to rip all of the doors off, and it's bad enough we have to replace them when everybody comes by and wants to kick the doors down.
Cedric just go into another room and just go, Serenity now! Serenity now!
And he's complaining about that Lady Wolfsbane who wants to kick down all the doors with her magical heels of opening.
Nice, make it.
And he kind of offers up a wizened hand to Aelin, and Aelin and Mariah go off, and Mariah goes, "Professor, can I go with her? And he won't stay here."
Yes, nope, go with Eowyn, please. You're her guardian.
I'm a
Safe.
guardian!
Keep her safe.
I know, it is my song duty as guardian Trinity! And she kind of just takes this, like, proud, almost, like, heroic stance on Aelin's shoulder as they walk out of the room, right, kind of lumbering after them, going, muttering in giant, "If girl need, tear door. Okay. Tear door if girl need." And they walk out.
I let out a big sigh. I look at everybody and I say, "Thank you, guys."
Of course. Corin.
She's one of the good ones.
Exactly.
You?
I don't know where she gets it from.
Her mother.
Aye. That's where.
So I look at Lady Emberfall, and I put my hands on the table and look at the maps. And I just say, so what else do we have going on in Telrin?
Her Imperial Majesty, the Empress of Tokno, has agreed to open the gates.
Good. That means I don't have to break them down.
It would save us a lot of money and time and effort and boots.
Instead of battering rams, it's just a line of paladins kicking doors.
It's a showgirl line of door kicking.
I'd stage manage that.
Only staying behind Corin as he looks off in the distance, just slowly casts like Gus.
Well, that's good though. That shows that people are finally willing to work together.
The Empress has been very forthcoming. I've been in touch with her spy master as well. There was interesting bits of information. Apparently, she was going to seize the Valar lands, including Frostspire, but it seems it's unnecessary. Lord Valar has been stripped of his title, and another has been named in his stead as the Lady Valara of Frostspire.
So is that where Ashley went? Did we know that?
I did. She told me that she was going. I don't know if she told everybody.
I mean, I'm used to Azzy coming in and out, going to random places without telling us.
Just disappearing. Yeah. No, she told me where she was going. I'm pretty sure she told the rest of you too.
She might have. I have a really bad memory.
This we know.
We've got very poor listening skills.
Both.
If it doesn't involve like drinking or Paylor, I can already see you're tuning out right now.
What?
Arendir looks up with his hand in the bag of holding, like around, puts it back.
Someone said drinking?
It's just muscle memory at this point.
It really is.
So, I don't mean to like sway conversation away from grand scheme of things, but what are we going to do about figuring out what the Chancellor's plan continues to be?
Well, we've obviously tipped our hand that we're here. If he's planning on doing something here, he's going to be doing it with the expectation that we are here. So we could do a giant manhunt in the city for him.
But they sort of have been already, haven't they? They haven't found anything.
Did we tell them that he was probably here?
Yes.
I think we would have. Yeah, I think we would have told them that we were.
I think they said that they were looking for him and they haven't found anything, right? Snick. Wasn't Tyrannus? Didn't Tyrannus say that they had been looking for the Chancellor or somebody like him or anything strange and they hadn't found anything?
Yep.
Or more like people looking around, not like a manhunt, but more like people just looking around for weirdness.
At this point, are you asking this out loud?
Yes.
Lady Emberfall, we've been subtly trying to keep certain people aware that they need to be looking for someone. My little birds have been keeping an eye on the city for the most part and inside the castle as best they can, making sure nothing is amiss. So far, nothing strange has happened.
The other thing is we know that he has the ability or has access to disguise with magic as well.
Speaking of, did anyone, and I'm looking to
God damn it.
to our group, did anyone take anything from the Chancellor when we were in Shaw, an item off of him? I know you executed him, I think, if I remember right. So that didn't take.
He disappeared, actually. When,
Just kidding, you executed a different person in Shaw.
She's testing you.
Yeah. I actually remember, surprisingly. No, we were in mid-battle, and we killed his other companions, and he teleported out.
Or whatever, yeah.
Or he went invisible. He did something to escape, and we never even touched him.
I don't know. I don't think I took anything from him.
Yes, I was thinking of...
I mean, I guess you could use a black
person.
light to see if there's some bloodstains from him on me somewhere, but you might find a lot of other people's bloodstains instead.
No, well, all I was thinking is that we have a very powerful hunter that's the king of the forests in Talren here, and if anything could pick up a scent, it's Wolffriend that might be able to search out the Chancellor, but we don't have anything to give a scent to go off of. So that might not work.
This seems like it's winding down.
Wait. The potion vials, they were given to Rat by the...
That's a good point.
Shit.
Good
Maybe.
thinking, Connor.
The question is whether or not it... hopefully he can distinguish between Rat and the Chancellor, but it's worth a shot.
Well, if he can get both smells, if there's one that's closer, we know it's not Rat.
Also, Rat's never been to Bavone, as far as we know.
Didn't he say he stopped him in the well?
He found him in Gate's End, not Bavone. Right? I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not a bad idea. And I pull out the poison vial, and I think Alex had everything else, right? God damn it, Talmor.
Oh my god, there's so many Game of Thrones references happening right now.
Sorry, I'm
So
yes,
you-
I have the rest of it.
Okay. So maybe Wolffriend can help with that, on top of anything else.
Wieners.
As you guys talk, you watch as Lady Emberfall is going through her thing. She's like, I've been trying to keep an eye. Oh, I forgot to mention we have another ally who's supposed to be arriving.
Another guy.
Are they named Chancellor?
Oh, stick it. Oh, she goes, no, at the behest of Lady Fioriel.
Fioriel asked.
Oh.
Yes, a young gentleman by the name of Yuvon. Yuvon the Golden Knight.
I think we know that this is Furiel's son, right?
Yeah. You get the feeling this is Fioriel's son. She's like, she finds the letter and hands it over to you all. And you all see in Fioriel's neat script, at the behest of Lady Hexblade, I am sending, someone I trust implicitly to help in the war effort. Knowing that Telren is taking the lead in this fight against the demons, you will need every hand that you can get, and his are most adept. Oh my god! Is the name. And you've seen Fioriel's handwriting enough that you know this is, if not her, someone who knows to a T how she even smudges some of the letters sometimes. Oh my god! Look! Oh god.
Holy shit, oh my god.
Alright.
You're all a bunch of children.
Yep.
I'm just thinking I'm already maxed out.
Oh, god damn it. I'm not surprised by this. This is my surprise face.
What's our max again? 5? What's it?
5.
Yeah,
Five,
Oh, I'm almost there.
I
Yeah.
get maxed out in Christina's game all the time, except one point she gave me 6 because it was. I'm almost tempted to give you 6 because I was so fucking good. Oh! But she goes, he should be arriving in the next day or so. But other than that, no one's really come in and out other than normal people doing business.
The Chancellor was able to slip away from us right in front of us.
We don't know that he's
anywhere.
Yes, he could. We don't know he's not here until we give the place a thorough
Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm worried that this is going to come to we wait until something happens, and I don't want that.
Well, like I said, we could do a massive manhunt for him. Open every door and search every house.
I don't know. I just feel like he's too crafty. I feel like he's smarter than I am. So there's something we're missing.
Well, clearly he's smarter than all of us, but we're all missing it too.
I would like to think on if we're missing anything.
Oh, is there a
Continuing
wall?
west. We didn't know for sure he was heading this way. He could be heading straight west still.
Well, that was the only thing that made sense for him to come this way. Other than that, was like go all the way west, be Battleforge stuff.
Battleforge, and then
and then you're
Islandora,
into
but-
Ducasos, I think, right?
I'll fill up between, and at this point you watch as Battleforge kind of scratches his nose and goes, as far as I know, things going on back home. My sons have the keep all locked down. I mean,
It makes sense
Oh.
that something that would get him back, because he wants to get back into Demorio's graces, and destroying the Battleforge keep. No, I mean not trying to offend anyone, but is only somewhat of a hit to us.
oh no.
There are certain other people that he could capture that would be a large hit to us and would be something Demorio would accept. He's definitely targeting here.
It wouldn't make sense for him to target anywhere outside of here. Why draw us to the Black Maw? Why draw us to Tal Ren at all? If you were going to do something here, why draw us back to here? Unless he wanted us here, when all the nobles arrived?
Well, there's no point in making some grand display if no one's there to see it. He wants to rub our nose in it. We failed, he succeeded. Without an audience, it's pointless. He wants to show that we failed.
He wants to show that he can best us, and thus he is worthy of being
Yes,
with
but-
Demorio.
How is he going to do that?
I still think Corin's daughter is the best bet.
I agree.
At this point, Tyrannus kind of sits up, still now scratching his beard as Tess rolls her fucking eyes. And he goes, wait, if something were going to happen, it would have happened about week, 2 weeks ago.
Why?
What happened?
Terrible flu just came through. People were sick up and down.
The flu.
But I mean,
Flu.
you vomit, you poke yourself, high fever, coughing, hacking, mucus everywhere. It was god awful. Everyone was quarantined here and there and everywhere because nobody wanted to get it because nobody wanted to clean up after it. And I mean, I got it, but I'm still recovering, so that was it. I think Cedric got it as well, poor old man. Didn't think he was going to make it for a while, but he bounced back fairly well after some.
I charge out of the room.
You were this close as you run away.
Wait, why don't you tell us things when you charge? Okay.
I was like, that he figured something out,
Yeah,
I guess.
Oh, I think I figured something out too.
Yep, like out
I'm
of the
following.
I start following, I guess.
I guess I'll follow.
Let's just go. Oh, you,
I'm left looking at Battleforge and Emberfall and Tess for like 15 seconds, and then I take one step, and then sigh, and then run after everyone.
As you guys run, Connor, you as you start going down the hall, you see your wolf friend just kind of casually walking up a hallway with a giant ham in his mouth.
Well, friend, no!
Why have you betrayed us for a ham?
Huh? He looks at you kind of like, oh shit, you're back. And he kind of, there's this second as you're walking and you're looking at him, and there's this look in his eyes like, oh shit, you're back. I don't want to drop the ham. And then he starts running with you with the ham in his mouth. Alright, we're doing this! Where are you headed in your running?
Well, I'm assuming we're going to go to where the idea was that Cedric was taking them to the bathroom, so that's where first place I'm going. I'm looking for signs of runt.
You as you're coming down this hallway, you do notice that there are things that have been knocked askew because these halls weren't built for frost giants of any size. So there's a vase that's been knocked over, there's a pane that's now askew, there's a carpet that's been kicked up. Like, the frost giant is just like 12 feet. Most of them are like, what, 12, 15 feet tall?
Yeah.
Runt's about maybe 10. So you also notice that
size.
you also notice that there's some scuff marks on the ceiling from where his head has been like dragging. And you get to where the bathrooms are. And you see Runt, but you don't see anybody else.
God.
But I pull up short. I'm like, how long have they been in there?
They went down to kitchen. I stay here, watch bathroom, just in case.
Oh, you stupid!
Oh, shit!
As
Both
he
of
look,
them? Runt both of them.
yes, Cedric friend and girl.
Fuck. I start running towards where the kitchens are.
Exactly, and I'm like,
Yeah, tearing after you.
I trigger the monocle for true sights.
As you trigger and start to run, you notice that there is magic laced around Runt.
Oh,
Wait, what?
there's magic, runt, magical runt. I dispel it.
You dispel it, and all of a sudden, the placid look on Runt's face is gone, and it contorts in rage as he sort of rests his hands, and he goes, called me friend, told me wait here, took girl.
Shit.
Where did they go, Runt? Where did they actually go?
Motherfucker.
And he points down the hallway, which leads not to the kitchens, but where, the servants' rooms are, where Cedric's room is.
I start running in that direction.
I'm
alright.
reaching out with my head for Mirai. Just let Charles talk.
Okay, I'm clicking my boots.
You click your boots of haste.
Okay,
Gotta go
like,
fast.
I'm gonna outpace you guys by a shit ton.
That's okay.
That's fine. I'm pushing as
Wait,
fast as I can go.
How? I was gonna ask, how big are the hallways here?
Like,
Bucky.
Could a horse fit in them?
no.
Okay.
If you got on Bucky, Bucky would trip over tables in the hallway, stuff like that. This is
But he
like,
floats.
he floats. If he floats, his head would hit against the fucking ceiling.
Damn. Now I just run as fast as I can then.
So you guys turn and start running. Runt is bringing up the rear as Connor, your wolf tries to keep pace with you. Ham still in mouth. This wolf is dedicated to not dropping this fucking ham. As you start rushing down, and Professor, you're connecting with Mirai.
Yes, Mirai.
There is this interesting feeling as if someone is actively trying to stop the connection from happening.
Well, you said they went to the servants' quarters, right?
Yes.
Is there an exit out of the building in the servants' quarters, or is it just windows and stuff?
Boltal?
Oh shit. Okay, I got something to do that.
Who are you asking as you're running?
Well, I was gonna ask Connor because he's probably the one who knows about it.
He's ahead of you.
He's too far ahead. Shit, fuck it. I'm just gonna telepathy communicate with Bucky and ask him to see if he can go to where the servants' quarters are and watch the windows.
Sure thing, boss. As you finally get a hold of Mirai, you get the words "help," and then "portal."
No.
Quick to the room!
All right.
Shit.
Have counterspell ready.
So here's
Is spell magic
I, like,
ready?
give myself a level of exhaustion to just like double time, like even faster than I'm already going.
Yeah, you can give yourself a level of exhaustion, just sort of pedal to the metal, just full, recklessly running?
Yes, recklessly.
I mean, if he dashes, he's going to be going.
160 feet for every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 15 miles an hour. That's pretty fast.
Yeah. I mean, they do still have a little bit of time on you, but yeah. As you start running for Sever's quarters, which you know because you immediately asked upon the first day where his quarters were so you could stay way away from them. Or try to find ways to block it off so that he couldn't get out certain days so you could have a moment of peace without, we need to review the ledgers, Your Grace. So you start running and you sort of do a slide down the hall as everyone else trying your best to keep pace with Connor, running as fast as you can. You watch as servants sort of duck out of your way. Connor, you eventually get to the door and you hear screaming.
Oh, that door is not going to remain on its hinges at all. It's like full force, like sprint, no stopping, shoulder to door, just like shattering it.
Okay, roll strength check for me.
Do I get advantage because I'm going super fast?
Momentum, yes, roll with advantage.
Aha!
Roll with momentum.
That's still a good. Good dice. Lucky dice. Big numbers, no whammies. Alright, so that is a 19.
You kick the door and hold on a second.
I gotta make sure I mark off the level of exhaustion. Gotta go fast.
Okay, you kick the door, and it sort of, the wood sort of splinters, but it still seems to be sitting on its hinges. Your foot vibrates as you bring it down.
A bit of a wall force.
Maul. Like I'm gonna just start trying to break through with the maul.
Roll strength? Or roll an attack.
Roll an attack, okay. Alright, so that is a 25.
You hit roll damage.
I don't like this! 7, 6 plus 11, so that's 25 damage.
Your maul hits right where you meant to, right where you kicked, and the wood fractures more until it finally breaks down. And as you bring your maul back, you notice that this sort of phantom image of a lock that seemed to be where the door was flickers and fades.
Yeah, like pushing shattered remains of doorway. Like, how far are they back from me now? I don't know how much time I would gain from.
Everyone else, as you've hit this once, twice, you can start to hear their footfall as you guys hit the corner that Connor took. You guys can see Connor a little bit blaze down the hallway, his maul just yanking his maul from a now shattered door. Connor, as you pull the maul out and you start to force your way through the doorway, you hear a voice that you recognize from the Battle of Shar. A raspy, almost weaselly voice. You hear, "But you promised me." And you hear a voice that, Connor, you're not familiar with, but as the rest of you run up, Talmar, Karn, Arendir, and the Professor recognize. You rack your brains as it comes to you. A voice, imperious, cold, calculating, of the Ward Master. Yeah. She will reward you when you finish what you're supposed to be doing, not a moment. And Connor, you're now in the room as you see the Ward Master reaching through this tear in the fabric of time and space, reaching out to Aelin as he grabs her and pulls her into the portal with him.
I go right through the portal.
Motherfucker!
As you start running to the portal, you get about, roll athletics.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you fucking get separated from us. This is gonna be dope. And I mean that for real.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, come on, plus 10, plus 10. Don't screw me. Don't screw me. Oh my god, the natural 20.
Holy
Okay.
shit!
What's your AC?
My AC's 19.
Okay. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on a second.
Holding.
Oh, where is it? You start to run through the portal, and you see the terrified, tear-streaked face of Aelin as you watch as the Lord Master shoves her off and turns to you as you start to cross the portal. Oh, where is it? Oh, fuck. I have this written down.
Oh.
Stressed?
Not fucking him. He fucking died in the flu. You guys are so fucking smart, I didn't even think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you're like, the flu, I'm like,
Yeah.
no! Run!
Yeah, he's been the real Cedric's been dead for 2 weeks.
Holy fuck! Sickit! What the shit, man?
What?
You're
We're
evil
probably gonna
mastermind!
We're probably gonna find his body in his quarters, to be honest.
As you start to cross the portal, I actually need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Oh, okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna rock the inspiration, because we've got tons of it, we can burn it when we need to. Intelligence is a +2, and I got a reroll if I need to. Come on, don't screw me. Alright. Do we think an 18 is good enough? Or should I reroll just to be
I
safe?
don't know, man.
Just re-roll anyways. There's nothing stopping you.
We're gonna re-roll to be safe, and 18 is the highest we've got. And my dice just went fluey. Alright, so 18 is the highest we're gonna get.
As you go across the portal, your boots land and you look around, and what you see before you is a labyrinthine maze. Walls impossibly high.
Shit.
And you all, as you start to enter the room, watch as Connor disappears. And at that point, Saral, Ward Master of the Empire of Taknel and of Arcana, looks at you all and grins and slams the portal closed behind him.
Oh fuck! Fuck. Shit.
Is the Chancellor still there?
The Chancellor is still there, looking in utter rage and terror.
Well, he's fucking
I'm
dead.
taking him by the neck and shoving him against the wall.
You would have to cross the room first.
Okay.
Because you guys just entered the room. At this point, he screams in rage and throws down something and screams, "If I'm going, so will you all." As you watch something pop up from the ground.
And I can be in combat.
Do anything.
You can roll for initiative.
Have fun, guys.
Wait, so
I'm more worried about you, to be honest.
Is Eowyn on the other side of the portal, or did she get bumped back into the room?
No, she is gone. So is
Okay, yeah,
Sorrel.
she's gone.
Connor is also strangely missing.
Nick and I understand more about what we were talking about last night now.
I'm a terrible human being, what can I say?
Hey, hon, do you have the token?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just... You guys did a couple things I wasn't expecting. Oh.
Seriously though, Charles, fucking brilliant.
Hey, you figured it out.
The whole thing. That you figured it out and then you jumped through the portal.
Oh, believe me, there was no second guessing that. Immediately, it was like, oh shit, portal, go through now. Consequences be damned.
Just wish I was a little faster.
What in the fuck is that?
You'll find out.
We're getting
I
married.
don't like it.
We're all getting married.
I don't like it married.
To death.
I'll be in my labyrinth prison. Have fun.
Pretty sure you're. I know exactly where you are.
Labyrinth.
I don't think he's on Valentine's Island. I think he's like
You can roll for... actually, please do roll for initiative.
Okay. +9. 13. It's really low for me. But I have advantage.
I rolled double sixes with advantage. So fuck me, I guess.
okay.
That's 20.
I actually rolled well on initiative for once. That's a first.
I miss having a +8 to initiative.
Alright.
This is what I get. This is what I get for giving my DM a daughter.
I love you all.
I love you too. You're amazing.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. This is
Never.
amazing.
Well, if things go tits up, I guess, Eowyn and the professor's daughter can hang out.
I'm gonna slap you, Kyle.
You'll see.
She can save her soul.
I mean, my daughter is as pure as they fucking come, so.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Suddenly we're all Matthew McConaughey up in here.
All right.
I was thinking like a 13-year-old on Call of Duty who just got killed. That kind of wow.
Is that the Chancellor? Or...
Yes, the small one is the Chancellor. The small one is the Chancellor. The big one is what he brought in here, screaming.
Does he still look like Cedric?
No, he looks like his old weaselly self from
Damn.
Shar.
I don't know him from Modern Canaan because we never met, but
That's right, you weren't with us for the Battle of Shar.
I was not. Did you like how I used that reference?
It was good.
I liked it.
Alright, at the top of the round, we have you, Connor. You see before you this labyrinthine maze, twists and turns. It's hard to see from where you're at where exactly the center is.
So, now here's the question. How tall are the walls?
Are you going to attempt to escape?
Yes.
Alright. Please make for me an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throws. All right, that's an 18.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I failed to get in. It's gonna fail to get out.
You start heading through the maze, on your guard, cursing yourself as you try to start scaling the walls, and you get this look, and the labyrinth goes on and on and on and on and on. Yeah. But you start to see where you can get out.
Spend my turn doing that.
Karin, it's your turn.
Let me change my health back to normal because it's currently not normal. Come on, character sheet. Open, you fool.
Open your phone.
Okay. Ah. I'll do one more. Okay, I moved to there. And then I'm going to cast a, let's say, 7th level Sunbeam.
Oh shit. Who are you hitting?
Both of them. It's a line.
Oh my god. Oh, there you are. Yeah, no, dude, you.
That is a DC 19. Dexterity.
Oh my god.
No, Constitution saving throw. Sorry.
Constitution saving throw. Alright.
Dad's mad.
Yeah, well. The Chancellor fails real hard.
Shrek.
The other one makes it.
Gather on my D8s. Ooh, 14, 17. 21, 28. So 35 points of radiant damage, and the Chancellor's blinded.
Oh god, my eyes! My special eyes!
Not for very long.
Oh, shit, yeah, Dad's mad. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon
Okay.
at 2nd level.
What do you want your spiritual weapon to look like?
Mace. Basically a copy of, like a spiritual copy of my mace. I want it next to the Chancellor.
Stop! Like here?
Let me see.
Hold
No,
on.
that's fine.
Alright. That is controllable by you now.
And now I have advantage on attack rolls against him because he's blinded.
Yes, you do. You got
So,
blinded by the light.
Yeah, he fucking did. So now I'm gonna attack him with my plus 11 spell bonus with advantage. 29. only a D8, but so and then a D8 plus my spellcasting modifier. So he takes 11 points of force damage as I hit him over the back of the head with it.
You bring down this brilliant beam of sunlight, and it hits both of them. And the Chancellor screams in agony and starts clawing at his eyes. And you bring forth this glowing light in the form of a mace, and you just strike at him. And you hit him hard. You hear bones crunching under the force of your mace. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. That is all I can do.
Tomar, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. Okay, that makes it easy. So I'm
The
gonna
mace
go
doesn't give you advantage, just so you know.
I know. Oh, thank you though. I'm going to use my.
But you do have advantage because he's blinded, so never mind.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Staggering Smite.
Okay.
My DC is 18, by the way.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack him twice. And I'm going to use level 3 Divine Smites on both of these hits.
Okay.
If they hit, obviously.
They hit.
Let's see. I use level 3s, so that's math is power. 88.
Math is power. I knew I liked you, Kyle.
Are you fucking kidding me? Look at all these ones. Alright, so that's 7 psychic damage, 26, 37, 42 radiant damage, and 21 slashing damage.
Oh man. Okay.
Plus he also needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he failed that.
Cool, so now he's disadvantaged on attack rolls and ability checks. They can't take reactions.
Yeah, I know. As you run up, as he's still just clawing at his eyes, just bemoaning his lack of sight, and you come up and you just slice him once, twice. You watch as his robes start to blossom red with blood, and at each hit there's this sort of burst of platinum light, and you watch as he screams in agony and tries to get away from you, but not really getting a good sense of where you're at. Alex, it's your turn.
Okay. Too many options. That's okay. I'm going to move to here. And as an action, I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt. Just 5 feet wide, so I'm going to angle it just away so it doesn't hit Talmar. It should just go through that line,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
And that is dexterity saving throw of 17.
And the Chancellor automatically fails. And, oh, that's not requires sight. Never mind. I lied. Dexterity isn't sight required.
Okay. Well, he fails anyway. Because apparently I can't roll for him above, like, an 8.
Why am I at 90 hit?
The other thing makes it, though.
Well, that's 10, 20, 28 points of lightning damage. Yep, and then I am going to action surge, and with my action surge teleport right over here. I'm gonna swing at this big motherfucker.
Okay.
22.
That hits.
23.
That hits.
And a 21.
That just hits.
Okay, good to know. 2. That's also 13 and 3. And that is 7 and 3. So that goes up to 20. 33 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 8 points of radiant.
Okay. as you send forth this cracking lightning bolt, it surges forward, hitting the Chancellor straight in the chest, and he just screams in agony, clutching at it. And in the after effects of the lightning, you teleport forward and once, twice, kind of slashing at this thing, sort of watching as you cut through, and it is like cutting through jello. Less than pleasant. And it is his turn. Alright. Up here.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, friendo.
I fucking hate this thing so much. It's so horrifying.
And let's see.
This looks like Princess Mononoke and Dark Souls mixed.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
First attack is against you, Alex. That is a 31. I'm assuming that hits.
It was a 31 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, I can't hear though. Everything's going robot-y for me, so if you type damage in the chat, that'd be spectacular.
36.
45 million.
Come on, Keys. What are you
Okay,
doing?
I can kind of hear you now.
Woo! I'm still gonna type it in there that way you.
Yeah, everything, literally everyone went robot-y for me, and I couldn't hear anything for about a minute.
Ooh, you can hear now?
Yeah, everything's muffled, but yeah.
Okay,
I'll
well.
moderate that. Cool.
30 psychic damage, 20 cold damage.
Hold on.
Cool.
Hold on.
So Kyle wins the Price is Right.
And its second attack is against you, Talmar.
Is it a aberration, celestial, elemental, faith, fiend, or undead?
No.
It's a what?
Is it either a aberration, celestial, elemental, faith, fiend, or undead?
It's one of those.
Okay, then he has disadvantage on his attack rolls.
You rolled higher that time. So I'll take the lower of the two rolls. That makes it a 25 to hit.
Ah, dang, barely hits.
It's robot-y again. Why?
That's a lot of rolls you got over there.
Okay, you take 25 points of psychic damage and 18 points of cold damage.
So that's 43 total.
And then... Karin,
Yes.
make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Psh, wisdom.
That's what you're good at.
I got fucking +6 in wisdom, girl. Shit.
You're doing
Hold
yourself to a
on.
bad roll.
Nah, I didn't roll that bad. It's fine. I rolled a 21. No, I rolled a 26. Never mind.
You're okay, so you're going to be taking half damage.
Yeah.
As its head turns towards you, and you feel this just blast hit you, and you take half of that would be, you take 31 points of psychic damage.
Jesus, that was half?
That's half. That's its turn. It's now the Chancellor's turn. He's looking at his life, looking at.
Hold on, let me just double check the spell to make sure he doesn't have to like make another save on his turn.
How put?
My effect ended.
Oh lord.
Well, no, because he's blinded right now.
Right. Because he no longer has disadvantage on his ability checks and shit now. It's just,
Hold on a second.
Okay, I'm holding. Am I holding on for a hero?
Dave's currently in a labyrinth.
Hey.
I'll never hear the
I take it back. No, it's until the end of this turn that he has disadvantage. He has disadvantage for this turn still.
Okay. It's not saying. I don't know if I have it in my spell, and I also, for some reason, can't get
Sunbeam?
Yeah.
I think it's probably blind until the end of his turn.
Yeah, 'cause that's what my effect is.
It's blinded until your next turn.
So he's still blinded. Alright, he's going to vaguely aim. And okie dokie. This is gonna
He's gonna use his
be a
magic
thing
missile
that
because it
happens.
can't miss.
I need the professor
Mother-
and Aaron Deere to make a dexterity saving throw for
Casting
me.
a spell at me.
He is casting a spell at you.
I am counterspelling that spell.
What level?
Wait, what is counterspell normally?
Third.
I'm doing it as a 4th level spell.
As you watch as a mote of fire that had begun to form at his fingertips disappears.
It didn't say the magic word.
Actually,
And
he did. You just fucking made him stop. You're like, nope. Fuck that.
let's see, is that a bonus action? I know it's a free action. Nope, that's a full action, so he can't do it. Well, he just sits there and still goes at his my eyes, my good eyes.
Goggles do not sing.
For my brand. And it is Aaron Deere's turn.
I say thank you, Professor, as I run this way.
Anytime. As I prepare to run the opposite way.
And then I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the big spoopy thing as a bonus action, and then I shall attack it twice. First one's a natural 1.
Use your multitude to fucking DM inspiration.
Second one is a 24 to hit.
We all
Yeah.
don't get it back in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, you hit.
That's true. I'll use Colossus Flare. Alright, so that is 13, 17, 24 points of piercing damage.
Oof. As one arrow goes wide and you see it just it hits into a bookshelf where you see a bunch of what seem to be ledgers, and your arrow just firmly destroys a couple of them.
Vitality!
And I say, that's for Connor's receipts. Flunk does it. And I hit him with the second one.
You hit with the second one, and it just sinks in, and the fletching wobbles a bit. Like, what the fuck is this thing made out of?
Gross.
Professor, it's your turn.
I look at the Chancellor and I'm like, I don't know you, but you're not going anywhere. And I cast Bigby's Grasping Hand
Yes.
onto the creature, onto the Chancellor. Bigby's hand. Boom, boom. Oh, you're fine. And then I do the Grasping Hand, which I think I filled out.
Obligatory Bigby's hand!
Yes.
Use the hand strength score to resolve the grapple. Or is what?
His strength is
20?
26.
Which is fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's a nice spell, actually.
No, there.
8, right?
That's +8.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just gonna get crushed by a giant hand.
What color is it?
It's like okay, that's a 25 strength roll on the hand. It's the same color as my mage hands, like that lightish pinkish.
Dig it.
It just looks like a beefier version of my mage hand.
Now I've got this image of it coming like with like little dumbbells
It's
on
like
its fingers.
it's been doing workout. I've trained this one really well.
Hefty. Wimpy.
It's lifting gigantic tea
Plus,
kettles.
if he's medium or smaller, I have advantage on the roll.
Oh, well, he's definitely medium.
Then I will
Squish
roll
him.
again just for fun. Okay, well,
He's
20.
gonna squeak like a squeak
Yeah,
toy.
he rolled a grand total of 12.
Oh, good.
Oh, shit.
As my bonus action, I can bludgeon him by squeezing the hand. Can I tell what he looks like? Like how he looks physically healthy-wise?
He looks fairly healthy.
Okay.
I mean, greasy. He looks like his hair is all plastered to his face. He's sweating profusely. His eyes are darting around. Like he looks like he's
Like
not
you
having.
can't see anything.
And there's like gouges under his eyes on his cheeks where his nails have dug in.
Bonus action, I squeeze him for 11 points.
Like a little squeaky toy, you watch as his eyes bulge, and he starts gasping and making this horrible rattling noise as he tries to draw breath.
That's enough from you. And I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Can I move him? I don't think I can.
I think you have to use a bonus action. To
Yeah,
move
so I
the
use
hand?
my bonus action. I used to squeeze him, so we're good.
Okay. Connor, it's your turn.
So, do I have to make another intelligence saving throw to try to figure my way out through this man?
Oh, hold on, wait, Professor. You can, as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects. So you could move him
But okay, I will just
for future reference.
Yes, thank you.
You can move and then do a thing.
Okay, perfect.
Make an intelligence saving throw with advantage.
With advantage. Sexy +2. That's. Can I roll like the 16s, man? The 16s. It's another 18.
High or low?
Squishy.
Higher. High.
Yeah! You hear a voice in your head.
High Valentine.
The soft, bright. This is a voice you've heard once before, and that was after you killed Shattersteel.
Oh shit! It's fucking Samurai.
It is the voice of Serenray as you stand on top of the labyrinth looking down. You can feel the sunlight sort of warm and gentle on your back. Help is there. All you need to do is embrace it.
And jump.
Yeah, that. Doing the Indiana Jones, like, just step off.
As you take a leap of faith,
Do you hear the sound of a whistle? Of an eagle whistling?
roll percentils for me, Charles, and let me know what you get.
Percentils.
The Chancellor starts aging rapidly in front of us.
It's not the comfort of a carpenter. That's an 8.
Okay. As you start to fall, there's the wind just whistling by you, but there's no fear. There's this just gentle sense of faith, which is strange. As you fall through the bottom of the labyrinthine maze, this demi-plane, and as you fall, you look up, and you see a glimpse of something. You see a glimpse of sort of grass and dead trees, and you see broken buildings off in the distance, and you see Saral as he is grabbing someone and pulling them, and then the vision is gone as you are suddenly back in Talren with your friends.
Just thought I was going to go after him.
That would have been fucking awesome. But this works too. We need your help. Kill the thing!
Yeah, we seriously need your help, dude.
Alright, so I'm assuming that was my entire turn.
Yes, you still have your bonus action.
Oh, as I hit the ground, just like sitting there looking at them all, I'm like, I am going to fucking end that. And I'm just like losing myself, and I slam them all into the ground, and I go into a frenzied rage.
Fuck. Yes.
Oh, please
Also me.
don't kill the only person with information.
That's probably gonna happen. I have a spell. It's okay.
That's why he's grappled right now.
Okay. Are you gonna move any, or?
Oh, I've actually got movement totally 40 feet.
Oh, yeah.
I've been going after the biggest, meanest looking thing in this room.
Oh, that's that creepy thing.
Hey, look at that. Just 40 feet.
Yep.
Thump, 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 thump. Ah!
Fucking shit.
That's my Foley work for Connor. Right there.
It's pretty good.
I
Very
like it.
accurate.
Alright, as you run up in a frenzied rage, holding your maul on high, legendary action.
Fight me.
Let's see. Alright, You're the only one who's... Okay. Let's see, as you watch as this sort of tendril of darkness starts to form off of its body, it starts crackling with this black energy and shoots out and attaches itself to Corin.
Oh no.
What?
I've
Who's
seen
attaching
this
itself to
anime.
me?
You have
I've seen
a
this
cord
happen
of
before.
dark negative energy attaching itself to you.
Oh no.
Do I not roll the thing?
Nope,
Okay.
not yet.
We'll find out what it does.
It is your turn.
I step up one. Can I shoot? Yeah, can I shoot my sunbeam right through here without hurting my friends?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm shooting my sunbeam right through there so I don't hurt my friends.
It's okay, Corin. You can shoot through me if you can hit the Chancellor too.
No, I don't need to. I have my mace sitting right there to hit bonk him on the head.
I thought we were trying to capture him.
Okay, so what is he rolling?
You guys are trying to capture him.
Con.
Con save.
Let's see what.
It's 19 is my DC.
Alright, he fails, but he's going to use one of his legendary resistances.
Okay, that's fair. Also, the Chancellor's not blind anymore.
Okay.
So that's 11. That's 28 reduced to 16.
14.
Okay, 14.
14? I'm bad at math.
You're good. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit. I think I know what this black thing is. No.
It's gonna suck the life from you.
No, I think it's making whatever I do to it happens to me. Or something up to that effect.
Oh, he's giving you a lifeline.
I'm gonna roll with DM Inspiration.
Okay.
Okay, those are both bad. I rolled an 11. Wait, hold on. Yeah, an 11.
You watch as the cord between you two crackles with power, and you receive 7 points of damage. I believe it's radiant damage because Sunbeam is radiant, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You take 7 points of radiant damage.
Don't you dare hurt me with my own spell. I'm gonna.
Oh god, that means I'm gonna.
I'm gonna bash the. Wait, nobody's like super hurt, right?
No.
I'm gonna
good.
bash the Chancellor on the dome with my mace.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, it hits.
That is a 13 points of force damage.
And he is looking really kind of rough.
So this, like, the professor's holding him just in place, and then it's just like, ba-dong!
Yeah, you're playing Whack-A-Chancellor.
Yeah, exactly.
Talmar, is your turn.
OBKV. So, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast.
Forward.
Blinding Smite. Then I'm going to attack him twice, and I'm going to use 2 level 2 smites with this as well.
On the Chancellor?
No, on the big thing.
On the big guy.
Yeah.
Alright. The 23 hits, the 19 does not.
Okay, so I'll use 1. And now, is he a undead or a fiend?
No.
Okay, so he's going to just do 3d8 of radiant. So that's going to be 28 radiant damage and 35 radiant damage and 44 slash. So 44 total damage.
Okay, so hold on. Team plus. So 25 radiant damage. No.
Yes, 25 radiant damage and...
No. 7 plus 8 plus 10 is 25. And
Yeah.
9 slashing damage.
Oh, and don't forget my Blinding Smite, which is another 18. That needs to make a save throw as well.
Yeah, he's taking the damage.
So 25, 33, 42.
Yeah, he makes it.
No, I'm sorry, 52 because I forgot my own smite. So yeah.
Wait,
52.
where are you getting 52?
So 18 from the Blinding Smite,
Yeah.
10 from my regular smite,
Uh-huh.
and then 7 from my blade's active effect,
Uh-huh.
and then the 9 slashing damage.
That's 18 plus 10 plus 7 plus 9. It's 44.
18 plus 10 plus 7 plus 9.
9.
Okay. Yeah, 44.
It's 44.
Math is hard, okay?
Yeah, I know. Tell me about
So
it.
44 damage, yeah.
Corin, make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it. I'm gonna use another D inspiration.
I'm sorry, Corin. That would happen.
That one was better. I rolled a modified 20.
That is a fail.
What the balls? Well, fuck it. I ain't wasting my fucking DM inspiration on that shit anymore.
You take 44 points of damage.
Jesus,
shit.
did he fucking... Wait,
I'm
what?
taking it.
Oh, can't you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
With Shield of Innocent, right?
Because it's directly connected to him?
Yeah, I'm thinking that was not designed for this.
Okay.
But-
Okay, I'm good.
Nah, I'll let it. I'll roll cool, it's all good.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Talmar?
If I spit on the creature, will it spit on, Corin too?
Nasty ass bitch.
No, I'm good. I use
You almost
everything,
hit me with
so.
your fucking bullshit. You hit Alex with your bullshit.
Speaking of which, Alex, it's your turn.
Oh, my plans keep changing.
Thankfully, it wasn't Connor who hit him first.
So here's the problem.
I am going to cast haste on myself.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I'm going to use the thing that I've never used, Bastion of Justice, and make myself immune to fear and give myself 10 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then as my additional action, I'm going to move here, and I'll take the attack of opportunity, and slice once at the tendril that's holding Core into the monster.
Okay. So he's going to attack you. That is a 29.
That'll hit.
Jesus.
Oh, yep, no, that'll hit.
All these
That
dice.
sounds nice.
That's
a lot of
dice.
You take 26 points of psychic damage and 21 points of cold damage.
Okay, so that's a total of 47.
And you go to attack it to sort of slice down to sever it.
Yeah, that's like an 18, so...
Roll damage.
12 slashing and 5 radiant.
Corin, make a Constitution saving throw.
That's what I was worried about.
Fucking brutal.
As a free action, can I say
yeah.
Professor help?
Negligible.
Okay, so that's a failure. So that
Yeah.
was 17 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Da, da, da. You take 8 points of damage.
Did not understand. My brain, she is confused.
Also, I told you to take 44 last time. I was wrong. You were supposed to take 22. So I add 22 back onto your health.
Whoo, buddy! Okay, I was wondering, because I was like, I took full damage one time and then half damage another time. That
Yeah.
okay.
Well, the damage should be healed by Alex, not you.
Oh, that was
Correct.
right. Wait, that's...
No.
Yeah,
Wait,
so,
yes.
so Alex add 22. God, this is confusing. Right, cool. Now it's time for this thing to act again.
No.
Let's see. It can only do a couple things. So it's going to attack Talmar first. That is a 23 to hit.
Disadvantage.
Oh, there goes a natural 20. Which
Hold on.
wouldn't have hit you which wouldn't have done shit to you anyway, sir. So that's a 23 to hit.
No, it hits. Just barely hitting me today.
Oh, jeez.
Alright. You take 30 points of psychic damage and 18 points of cold damage. So 48 total. Next one is against you, Connor. That is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Those dice, man.
You take 26 points of psychic damage and 14 points of cold damage.
It's a total of 40. Don't
And,
reduce any of it.
and Professor, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Something being cast on me.
Nope, this is an ability.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please, sir.
Every caster's least favorite thing.
I'm proficient in that.
No, it's an ability. Damn it!
20.
Man.
Oh,
23?
shit!
Nice.
I am quite wise.
Okay, so you are going to take half of this instead.
Good.
So you take
It's gonna be 1,000,000.
32 points of psychic damage.
Thank God! Thank God I take half.
That would have been 64. What is your total HP? Like 70
71?
The Chancellor is firmly embedded in Bigby's hand.
Oh, I gotta make a concentration check. Ooh, but I'm Warcaster.
Oh shit, so do I.
You are,
Don't I get advantage on that?
Duh.
yeah.
Snick it.
That's
What were the ones that hit me? It was like a 7 and then a 9?
22.
It was a 7.
After the 22 hit.
No, the 22 hit, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. But there was another one that hit me too.
I don't remember, Darlin.
So I have to
Okay.
beat a 16. It's a d20 plus 5, right?
Yeah. Oh,
But I have advantage.
you do have advantage.
Well, there's a 22.
Yeah, you're.
Okay.
Yeah, the 22 is solid. You maintain the grip on Bigby, and he's going to try to. Does he have? He does.
I literally only need to roll like a fucking 10, and then I rolled like a 1.
He misty steps out of Bigby's hand.
Well, shit.
I dare him to come closer to me. That is the opposite of that.
We haven't said that. And he's going to do a thing. Alright. Hi, I would like to use Grimoire because I haven't memorized every spell yet.
Which spell?
You'll find out.
I'd rather not find out. I'd rather one of you guys find out.
Alrighty then.
What? I didn't hear what you said. You cut out. Not cool.
Rude in general.
Oh shit.
I need Connor, Professor, and Corin to please make for me a dexterity saving throw. Professor, you realize this is in fact a spell.
I have my reaction back, right? Because I used it like he cast and then it was my turn, so I should have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you should have it back.
I counter spell again.
What level?
5th level.
Please roll.
What's that? D20 plus 5?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
How was that? Damn it.
Alright. Connor, Professor, Aaron, please make for me a dexterity saving throw as you watch as different color lights spring from.
Oh shit!
Oh, motherfucker!
Oh,
He's using your favorite spell against you.
Fuck.
I'm gonna use a Dew of Inspiration.
Alright, thank God for having advantage.
Aaron, you're actually safe.
Oh.
I don't think that.
Aaron, dear.
Did I?
Yeah, you said it.
Professor.
You
God.
didn't say it the first time, and then you said it the second
Like,
time.
I'm
so-
sorry. Yeah, no, the cone is pointed this way.
I rolled a fucking like a 14.
Oh, honey.
I rolled a 15.
I got a rock.
Alright. So,
Just a rock.
Connor makes it. How much did you get, Corin?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, you fail it. Professor, you also fail it.
Uh-huh.
Professor,
Let's see, Professor, you get green.
Oh shit.
That's my
So
favorite
that
color.
is poison damage. You know, I'm not gonna roll that. I am so fucking. I'm not gonna roll
I
this.
hate when DMs say that.
It's a lot.
Oh, let me get my fucking TI-82 or whatever the fuck graphic calculator up for this.
Hold on, I need to make
Listen,
a
sir.
derivative to exactly how
Alright,
much damage
so,
you're taking.
Professor, you take 31 points of poison damage.
How much?
31?
Are you like barely up or are you down?
You should have like 9 hit points.
Alright, Connor.
It's an even number.
Zero is an
Connor,
even
you
number.
are hit by... Shit. Connor, you're hit by lightning as a yellow beam streaks towards you, and you take half because you made it. So that is 20 points of lightning damage
Craft.
because it was 40. And let me see. Alrighty then. Karin, you get hit with an orange beam and you are going to take 38 points of acid damage
Fuck.
as he cackles maniacally, looking at you guys.
Why does mass healing word have a third level spell?
And it is now Randir's turn.
You said 38?
Yes, please.
All right. I. Is this a concentration spell? It is. Sure, why not? I'm going to drop Hunter's Mark, and I'm going to cast Grasping Vine. Over here somewhere. 20 feet from the guy. Maybe not right in front of the professor. Yeah, there we go. Right in that square. At the Chancellor. He needs to make a DC 17 Dex save.
No. He fails.
Sweet. So he's pulled 20 feet right to there. So that's a bonus action, and then as a regular action, I will attack the big thing, which is still attached to Corin, though, right?
Nope. I forgot to mention, thank you for reminding me. As soon as it acted, you watched as the tether between Karin and the monster flickers and fades.
Nice. All right, then I will shoot 2 arrows at him.
I can't open Grimoire right now. Can anyone look up to see how far I can move spiritual weapon?
I think it's 20 feet. It's not a full 30, I know that.
Yeah, I thought it was 10. That's why I'm trying to figure that out.
It's 20 feet.
Okay, good.
I know things.
34 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
The first one was a natural 2, so that's good.
Okay.
Wow, that's tragic. With Colossus Slayer, that's a whopping 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Total to 2 and a 1. And that is my turn.
Okay. Professor, it's your turn.
Right. I'm going to charge Bigby's hand at the Chancellor for Bigby's clenched fists, in which
Dude!
in
You're
which
gonna
I
punch his-
punch him with a melee spell attack. 20.
Hits.
Excellent. Then he takes 4. I think he makes 4d8. He takes 4d8 damage. 10, 7, 8, 9, it's 19.
19? Are you going for lethal or non-lethal damage?
I'm going for non-lethal damage.
Okay, you knock him to 0.
I just want the fist to just fly past, just like whack.
There's this crack, and you watch as his head just snaps back, and Bigby's hand keeps traveling until it's almost right beside you, and you watch that in these grasping vines, Chancellor goes unconscious.
It makes it easier what I'm going to do.
Then bonus action. I'm drinking a fucking potion. I'm going to do a greater healing.
Okay. While you are rolling that out, Connor, it is your turn.
Oh no, this thing's done fucked. It's done goofed.
Thank God it didn't have the connection still.
That's exactly why I was like, because Connor wouldn't know that, but he would still attack, especially with the rage going. All right, so I love you to death, Snicket, but this is gonna happen.
Bring the pain, bring it.
Boy.
Alrighty then. So we're just gonna make this a trip attack by first. So what's good? There's like 12 things going on here. So one, I'm gonna use a trip attack to knock this thing prone.
Okay.
Thunderous Smite's gonna go off on the hammer.
Okay.
Reckless, Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Jesus.
Go for it.
And we're gonna action surge. So that's gonna be 7 attacks.
Alright, Vax. Jesus.
Oh my god!
That's redonkulous.
Stop. It's hammer time.
Fuck your turn economy. Fuck it.
Who needs for an economy?
Oh, okay. So
I'ma break your shit.
So the first one's a 28 to hit.
Hits.
Second one is a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Third one is only a 14 to hit.
Misses.
Fourth one is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Fifth one is a natural 20.
Oh, that doesn't hit. No, sorry, sir.
Sixth one is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And the seventh one is only a 15 to hit.
Misses.
All right, so 5 out of the 7 hit. One's a crit.
And Thunderous Smite.
And then Thunderous Smite goes off on the first one, so that's going to be an extra 3d6. Alright, so this is for damage. That's 7, 8, that's 15 plus 21 is 36 plus... Oh wait, it's 36 plus the d8, which is another 8. That's 44... 5, that's, so that's 52 points of damage on the first shot. 8 plus 20, it's 29 for the second shot.
Okay.
It's 14 plus 21 is 35 for the third shot.
Okay.
So it's 29 for the fifth shot. That's the fourth shot, and this is the crit. That's not that great. That's 7, 14.
I'm gonna come back and this thing's gonna be dead.
14 plus 21. It's 35 for the final shot.
How do you want to do this?
It's a great question. Which one of the fucking 6 or whatever shots that you just swung at this thing do you want to kill it?
It died like halfway through, to be honest. It was, stop, he's already dead.
Oh, we're doing full, just there's no...
Oh shit, I was kidding when I said I'm gonna come back and he's gonna...
There is no finesse, there is no skill to this, it's just mad, just like pure rage, pure just adrenaline slamming the hammer into this thing until it's just a pile of goo, and I'm gonna continue to hit this thing until someone stops me.
Yeah, you are once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. You all watch as in a rage, Connor is just beating this thing into the ground. There's this horrifying scream about halfway through as it sort of loses its form and turns into mush on the ground. But you watch as Connor is now just splintering and fracturing the floor.
I'm going to motion to the Chancellor, someone deal with him and someone stop Connor. And then I'm gonna go right to where that portal was and see if I can figure out what was used to dig out by
Can I bind him, and then I'm gonna use healing hands?
I am standing still for a little bit, and then I take out my mace, and breathing heavily through my nose, I start walking towards the Chancellor.
I'm going to stop him.
Talmar, get out of my way.
We need to find out where he took your daughter.
I can find out afterwards. I have a spell that'll make him talk that he can't lie through.
This isn't you, Corin.
I don't care.
I'm not going to move.
I try to shove Talmar out of the way.
I try to restrain him.
Opposing athletics checks, please.
Oh shit! I'm going to use a DM inspiration on this.
Okay.
Oh, I should have. I rolled a 14 plus, I think I only have a plus 5. As you said, athletics?
Yes, please.
It's only a 19.
You try to push past Talmar, sort of outweighing him and taller than him, but his firm hand on your chest, his fingers touching and jingling the holy symbol you wear, Aralai's holy symbol, and for some reason you can't seem to push past him.
What do I do? I don't know what to do now.
We'll save her. But we'll do it our way, not the demon's way. This is what they want out of you. They want to break you. They want to change you. Because if they do that, then you're no longer at Dawn's Grace. You're no longer the hero that they need. That the people of Tok'nel, the people of this continent need. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. But we need to do it this way.
I sit down on the ground and start sobbing into my hands.
I'm going to take a knee beside him with my hand on his shoulder and just silently comfort him.
Luck.
Oh shit, there's rolling going on.
As Corin weeps, Professor, you are looking, trying to find a seam, anything, any remnant of this magic of this portal to wrench it open. And you get a feeling of the remnants of it. You can generally get a feeling that teleportation magic has been used. You don't know exactly where, and you don't know if you could reopen it, but you also, through investigation and arcana, know that the wall in front of you is illusory.
Everyone, hang on. And I stand up and I start walking towards the wall.
Do you put a hand through the wall?
Let's say I investigate the wall really quick.
Okay.
Monocle.
You get the fact. True sight is an illusory wall, and as you look at it with true sight, you look beyond it to see there is a figure curled up in a corner, chains around its feet and its hands.
Do I get a sense that this wall is dangerous if I was to touch it?
No.
I'm through the wall instantly.
As you go through, you look down to see the wizened, pale, gaunt form of Cedric.
Good
Oh,
Lord,
he's not dead.
Cedric.
And as you look at him, you see magic just weaving around his head. Make an Arcana check for me.
Okie. Why?
That's the second
What?
time.
It's the same
luck,
roll.
Luck. Let's do luck.
You immediately look through the monocle and you see that Feeble Mind has been cast.
Oh, dispel.
You dispel it, and you watch as intelligence comes back to his eyes, and he looks up at you, Professor, and there is this sense of realization of what's happened, that you're here, he's in this thing, and he starts weeping against his gag, his bonds.
Now, old man. As I try to undo his bonds.
As you start to kind of unclick them,
It's not
he
going to get
starts.
us anywhere, Cedric.
You hear him brokenly whisper, "I've failed. I've failed."
You have
Uh,
failed.
You kind of pulled him to his feet, and he's still hunched over, this almost skeletal hand grasping the wall to keep himself upright.
I kind of get underneath him a bit and try to help him out.
And you help him out at this time. Alex, you have bound the Chancellor hardcore, and you've made sure that there's literally no escape for him. And you have healed him, and he starts to moan as he comes around, coughing as blood just sort of splatters against the broken floor by Connor's feet. Well, then the blood just sort of stains the gag as he kind of looks up at you, an eye just kind of slowly turning purple.
Well, Connor, I believe this one's yours.
In the ends of his rage, just standing there shaking with just pure rage and fury, he turns and want anything to do with him. If I look at him, if I even say a word to that scum, I will rip his head from his shoulders. And his corns, and he just turns and storms out of the room.
I sort of stumble out through the illusionary wall. Good news, everyone. Cedric is not dead. Barely, actually. We need information really fast.
I'm gonna very quickly go and see if I can heal Cedric.
Are you gonna use Lay on Hands?
Yes.
Use Lay on Hands and make a medicine check for me.
Medicine.
Inappropriate place.
That one.
That's a 13. You're getting the feeling that most of what's wrong with him is maluse. He's been neglected, but the healing kind of bolsters him.
I'm going to basically see if I can call someone now.
You start going to the hallway. You can see the form of Connor just continue to walk as you try to call for a servant to come. And the rest of you just see the Chancellor wide-eyed looking at you all. The one eye is starting to crust over with blood. He looks to you, Alex, and then to you, Talmar, and then to you, Professor, and then to you, Arendir. There's almost this wild terror.
I
And,
walk up to him,
okay.
and I'm going to put my thumb on his forehead, and I'm going to reach out to Pelor, and I'm going to try doing that thing I tried before with divine intervention of just like searing his mind with Pelor's light, trying to find any information that I can.
Roll percentiles for me.
Okay. 16.
One off.
You feel sunlight. There is warmth, soft, gentle, and a memory floods back. The first day you held Aelin in your arms, and your world changed in that instant. You're no longer Corin. You were a father. You had a purpose beyond putting right in this world, healing others. But you were going to do everything in your power to keep her safe and make her happy, and make this world a better place for her. There is rage, there is sorrow, there is loss. And through it all, there is this brilliant, warm sunlight that burns in your chest. And you swear you feel hands, feminine, on your shoulder, and you hear a whisper, "Dawn's grace. There's not hope. For as long as there is light, there is good." And the holy symbol you wear around your neck glows bright. And you watch as that bright white light, the light of creation, the light of the sun, the light of Pelor, burns ever brighter. And you watch as it travels up your arm, through your hand, through your thumb, and into the Chancellor's forehead. And you watch as his eyes grow wide and tears streak down his face.
Yeah, can I just want to show him. I want to show him when Pelor first spoke to me, when he told me to murder the order that betrayed me, where I systematically took my spear and killed people while they were sleeping, and then found the arch cleric of my order and killed him behind his desk, and where I tracked down Gregor, and finally, after years of searching, killed him too. And then I'm just going to do everything that I can to just channel that rage, but also the pity that I feel for him and for any creature tainted by darkness, just to stretch his mind thin with Pelor's light.
You start showing him things. His eyes grow wider and wider as the light burns brighter and brighter. These images, are flashing through his head. That he has little choice in the matter. And he looks at you. There's a look of fear, of awe, of terror. And there's almost this understanding of what the fuck is going on here. And you feel this time, there is the booming voice of Pelor, loud, impossibly loud, just shaking, shattering, and you watch as the fear breaks in his eyes, and he slowly goes limp in his bonds, and he looks at you and closes his eyes, tears streaming down his face, his bony shoulders shaking with sobs, and he just starts to nod, submitting, knowing that there is little anything he can do.
And then I say with a voice that is mine, but also Pelor's, Where did you send her?
Are you taking the gag out?
Am I still in his mind? Can I, like,
Yeah,
get it telepathically?
you are connected with him on a level that you have never had before. And your voice, there's this deep rumbling undertones. Tones that you heard that day. The tones that you haven't really heard since. It is strong. It is enough to shatter mountains. It is enough to raise the sea. And you hear this voice, scratchy, broken. She wanted children. She told me she could take me back. She would make Demorial take me back. I was to give her to Sorrel. Sorrel would deliver her to the hag. To the hag's apprentice.
Where?
I don't know where Sorrel is. I wasn't meant to know. I know where the hag is. I know where most of them are.
Tell me now.
I am off.
I'm gonna just try to, like, search his memory for anything that might be useful to me, and if not, I'm just gonna break the connection.
As you go forcibly searching through, you notice that there is bits of memory. You see him hiding, staying in the shadows, biding his time. This desperation of he has lost everything because of what you did in Shar and how he would do anything to get that back. And you see him meeting with Sorrel in a location unfamiliar to you. It looks like an empty room somewhere, rickety boards, nothing that marks the walls. And he is on his hands and knees before Sorrel. And there is begging, there is pleading, I will do anything to get back into her graces, anything. And you watch as Sorrel almost has this disdain for him, as if being in his presence is just disgusting. He goes, "You are in luck. The hag is willing to intercede on your behalf. But there's something she wants. Someone she wants. However you can, get it. Do it." And he hands him a amulet. "When you have her use this, it'll forge open a temporary opening. You will hand her to me, and you will be forgiven." And he starts sobbing as he holds the amulet as if it is the most precious thing in the entire universe, and thanks her all over and over again before you watch as he sweeps out of the room. And you see him talking to Rat at Gate's End, telling him that you will be the distraction I need while I set everything up. As he returns once again to Bavone, there is another memory where, disguised as a new servant weeks ago, he flew rushing through. He offers to take care of Cedric. And then, in a moment, he casts his feeble mind and slowly starts to bind him, slowly starts to go through all of the notes. And the last thing you hear is, "This will do." And that is the last useful memory you get from him. And you shatter the connection. There is still this light burning in your chest, burning in your hand, as you watch as he sort of falls in on himself, as to a pile of flesh and tears on the floor.
Looking down at him, I say, "The darkness may have forgiven you, but the light is far more harsh." And I just turn away from him and walk towards the professor. To use an amulet. Something temporary.
Does he
Don't
have
know
it?
what
Oh, no.
I don't know. I search him, Snicket, to see if he has an amulet on him.
Roll investigation with advantage, because he's trying to stop you.
The advantage even. Yeah, nah. I rolled an 8, yo. Remember, I ain't smart.
You,
Can I look?
yeah, you can roll if you see if, like,
21.
You search through him. You start to get towards his pants, and you realize that they are soaked. But you start like he's pissed himself.
Fair enough.
As you sort of pick through, you find a chain with a broken half of an amulet.
I bring it over.
Someone take care of Cedric.
At this point, a servant comes rushing in and takes a hold of Cedric and starts leading him out, slowly smoothing his hair. Karn, you feel the light start to lift off you. And this harshness, this intensity, the dawning of a new sun slowly starts to fade until it is a familiar warmth upon your chest.
I whisper thank you.
And you hear a voice, deep, reassuring, saying that you are the light. As it fades to feminine, you hear, "Never lose who you are, Karn Gladstone. She needs you to come home." As you watch as the light fades on Aralai's holy symbol, and you are left alone.
Alex, hand that here, please.
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate the amulet and cast Identify on it.
Okay. You cast Identify on it and roll investigation for me.
Rolling now. That's better. Thank you, roll 20.
As you start looking over, you realize this is a one-time use magical item that was forced for a single purpose to break, to open a portal to a singular location, and that was it. You're not able to really get too much of a sense of exactly where it's supposed to go, but you do know that it was successful.
Can I tell what kind of spell it was at all, or other than teleportation? Like if I.
Yeah, it was a very complex sort of one-time use. Doesn't need a teleportation circle on the other side in order to work, kind of thing. It is really down and dirty and can really go bad if shit doesn't work right. Like that would have possibly torn a hole in the plains. This was desperation.
I don't know where they went. I can't tell where this took them. I'm sorry, Corin.
Didn't Valentine say that she had a beat on?
Yes. My next point was going to be contacting her.
Yeah.
I cast Sending to Valentine.
There is an almost instant connection as you hear the familiar voice of Valentine rolling through your head. Professor.
We failed. Cyril was here. He took Corin's daughter. They teleported somewhere. I'm not sure where.
The Empire.
The Empire? Where? You said you had a lock on him. He was here for a second.
He has been moving around quite a bit. He's rather resourceful.
Where is he?
Central part of Takno. Somewhere northwest of Queen's Cross. I think there are ruins there. Whoever is trying, he is very good at wars, I will give him that. He's made them to throw everyone off, but he cannot hide from my eye.
He's northwest of Queen's Cross.
Yes.
We have to go, everyone. Where's Connor?
First, what do we do with this filth?
I don't care.
I don't think his mind's much his own. After Corin got on.
Honestly, he should face justice against the peoples that he wronged, and he should go to Shar to await their judgment. Professor,
Yes.
is there do you have a teleportation circle to Shar?
I was not with you. I do not.
But-
Well, no, I do. I have Lyndon's. Perhaps.
He's in Belen.
Yeah, that's close to Shar, but not that close.
Yes. Hang on. I pull up teleportation, which has written down the places I can go. What the fuck level spell is that?
Everybody roll perception for me, please.
Even me?
No, surprisingly not you, Connor.
I can go
He's
to
not in the room.
Greenbrier, Valendaryl, Fioriel, Mysterium, Via Veteris, the Library, Arcana, and Queen's Cross.
Okay.
You have one at Queen's Cross?
Apparently I do.
It is Sage's sister.
Sage, the artificer
like-
that we met?
Yep. He got you to Queen's Cross.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Shit, I don't remember that.
You guys
A long
are.
time ago.
You guys hear movement and shouting as the servants seem to be moving in the hallway outside of the room. People are starting to talk almost in a buzz.
Right.
I'm grabbing him by the nape of his neck and hoisting him up.
There's no resistance as you pick the Chancellor up.
We need to find
I made
Connor.
him. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We just deliver him to the forces, find Connor, and we need to go to Queen's Cross as quickly as possible.
Yes.
I suppose the guards could ship him to Shar.
Yes. Find Connor.
I'm gonna go looking for Connor using the earring to.
Can I
To find
realize
him.
that Marai's not here? Did she stay with Eowyn?
Make another perception check for me, Professor. Now that you're looking for Marai.
I hope she did, but I hope she didn't.
I also hope she didn't at the same time.
Hope she did.
Did and didn't.
I know.
At the same time.
Same.
Hey, she said she was gonna guard Eowyn. So
You
she's
do
not
not
gonna
see
abandon her.
or hear Marai.
I try to reach out with my mind. Marai.
Nothing.
Corin, I don't know if this is any help, but I think Marai did her job and stayed with Eowyn. She's not here.
I'm sorry, Professor.
It's okay. We have a way that we could possibly keep our eye on them, perhaps.
I
Providing-
swear we won't
Providing
lose it to this.
Marai is sneaky enough to stay out of Cyril's. Anyway, we've got to find Connor. We have to go.
Yeah, I go looking for Connor,
Yeah.
calling through my earring.
You guys start looking for Connor. As you guys start going through the hallways, you actually, Connor, how far ahead are you going? Are you going to the war room?
No, I think he's actually going to be in the courtyard. Like,
You eventually manage to catch Connor's voice, leading you to the courtyard. As you guys sort of arrive, you see that Emberfall is there, Battleforge is there, Tess is there. They turn and look at you guys. There's a mix of horror and just grief on their face, especially Tess, who is actually openly crying.
Obviously. Sorry. Go ahead.
Connor is ordering them all. You can hear that he is barking orders, and he is mobilizing the entirety of Talbot. And he turns and looks at you. They're in the Empire. They're in the center. I saw something as I was falling through whatever the fuck he set me through.
Yes, they're just northwest of Queen's Cross. I was preparing to leave immediately.
Leave.
You need to come with us.
Hmm?
Are you coming with us?
Of course I'm coming with you.
Good. You have a minute to prepare this side. I, immediately start drawing on the floor.
As he's doing okay.
I'd find one of the guards that are nearby and pass the Chancellor over to them and say, lock him in the darkest cell you have and make sure he talks to no one. Black gag in there.
We nod.
So Bavone is set up on, cliff sides, isn't it, right?
Yeah,
oh
it's
my God,
essentially...
I know what you're gonna do.
It is essentially what used to be the top of a mountain that has been carved into this. So there is one side where it is a drop that's literally down the side of a mountain.
Yep, as soon as I see that, I'm going to grab him by the collar of his shirt and I'm just going to, throw him as far as I can off that cliff.
Roll strength for me.
Okay, I'm cool with this.
I am not nearly going to be fast enough to react to this.
I turn to the guards and go, or not. That works too, I suppose.
NVM.
I mean, he also committed crimes against Tower N, so...
22.
As you pick him up, there's no resistance. He is just a living sack of meat in your hand, and you toss him off the side as you watch as his body tumbles off and out of sight, down and down and down. At this point, Tess comes up to you, Corin, and you hear her apologize. I'm so sorry.
I hug her really tight. I was here and she slipped through my fingers.
She brushes your hair back and with a single thumb brushes your tears away and sort of cups your face as she brings up her mage arm and sort of holds your face and goes, "You're all here. You will get her back. You will bring her home. I know you.
We all will."
There is no shadow, no corner of this world where they can hide. You all will bring her home. You all will bring yourselves home. Be safe.
I promise, I will.
Please don't miss us. You're out there. I'll miss you so much if you do.
Don't worry. I'm not done yet. Until this world is safe. For her. For you. For us.
She presses a kiss to your forehead and whispers a blessing, a prayer to Paylor to keep you safe, to bring you home, to guide you in the darkness with his light. And he looks to you all as she continues to pray for each one of you.
I step back onto the professor's teleportation circle.
Portal's ready, everyone.
Before we do that, going to the knife. He's going to, as he's standing there at the edge of the cliff, he's going to cut off his top knot and throw it.
As it hits the grass.
He's going to walk to Corin and flip him the knife. I broke an oath. I swore that she would be safe here, and I failed in that oath. I owe you my life. A life for a life. We'll get her back.
I take the knife But I pointed at him very accusingly. That doesn't mean you get to die on me.
I'll be done. We don't have time.
I put the knife in my backpack. Let's go.
You watch as Battleforge and Tess stand side by side. The unifying force of Talron while you all are away. Lady Emberfall stands a couple paces behind them. Tess sort of looks at you all, especially you, Corin. There, the tears drying on her face now, this sort of look of resolution, of strength, of faith, and faith in you all, faith in the light that you bring, faith that you all will stop this, that you will bring everyone home safe, and you will bring the dawn to this night. As the Professor's spell coalesces and breaks over you all, there is this minute of weightlessness as magic swirls around you, this pinkish purple light that envelops you, and suddenly Talron is gone from your sight, and you find yourselves face to face with this stone room, dark, save for a couple candle lights, familiar in the sense that you've been here once before. And before you,
called ahead.
Before you lies the path to Saral and hopefully to Aelin. And that is where we're leaving off for the evening.
Oh boy.
Snicket, you're a goddamn master.
Also, welcome to level 16.
I was wondering if that's why you let it work.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Dude.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, Snicket.
Also, everybody gets a thing of DM inspiration.
Yay!
Yay!
Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording. Bye,
Bye, guys. I hope you had fun.
Bye, people.
Oh boy.
Bye.